Bonjour and welcome to a new unboxing video, and today we're going to talk about something very unusual because it's a product from a license that is not really well known, at least not outside of France. In France, the name is quite famous. Outside of France, it's a bit less famous, even though it's been translated in many languages, because it's actually based on a book. Yeah, it's a book, and it's a book for little kids. When I was little, I read this. It was one of the first books that I read. It was called Le Petit Prince, the Little Prince, and it was written by Saint-Exupéry, who was an aviator and an author. And he wrote this book, which is this beautiful story about this little prince on a planet that meets a fox and grows a rose. Well, that's a way to put it. I mean, there's been a movie done a few years ago which actually used the novel as the basis for the story. You should actually watch the movie. It's a beautiful, beautiful movie. And so someone had this odd idea to actually get the license for the Little Prince and do an action figure of the Little Prince. So this is very surprising for me, but I'm very, very happy. And we're going to discover that together. So this is the Little Prince. Actually, that's what it looks like in the original book. So that's really, I mean, you may have seen those drawings somewhere, because I mean it's quite famous. I'm just showing you the boxes, the boxes sides, and so it's a window box. It's done by Boss Fight Studio. Boss Fight Studio is very famous for their hero hacks, which are basically their figures of I would say like Roman characters, and basically they are 3.75 inch figures that they can actually do plenty of things with, because lots of it is interchangeable in many ways. They also done the Power Stars based on Flash Gordon and the Phantom. I mean, that's the Power Stars right here. I mean, I did actually a video about the Power Stars, and now they're doing this, and they've got also the Fraggle Rock. They've got plenty of things coming. So we're going to discover this, and I'm actually, as I said, I'm quite excited about it. So the thing that's interesting with Boss Fight Studio is that a lot of what they sell direct, so you can actually order from their website even if you're in another country without any problems. So here we go. So I've shown you the box, so we don't need the box anymore. And inside we do have, so we have the little background inside the box for the tray is actually very good, because of course it's the stars, and the stars actually play a huge role in the book, because as you can see, this is a little planet, the smallest planet you could ever find. So we do have all of this inside. We're going to open it all, and literally, I mean, I as I'm opening this, I'm smiling, because when you know the book, you know instantly what this is all about. So I'm just getting everything out of the tray. We've got quite a few little things. It's right, let's get this sorted. So first of all, we're going to look at the figure, and then I will look at the accessories. So this is the figure of the Little Prince, and I mean, he looks really fantastic. It's about 6 inches scale, well, 6 inches figure, because of course it's little in, so it's probably not quite the same scale as Marvel Legends or Star Wars. It would be very weird to have them in the same universe. And here we go. We do have the figure. So it's got quite a few articulations. So you've got the head, which is actually on a pivot, it's ball jointed. Then we've got the arms, and we've got the elbow here. So, and we do have the waist, and we do have, of course, the hip. We do have a very strange articulation, which is not it's just a question of finding the way. I think it's a bit low, but you do have a little bit of articulation in the knee, but not too much. As you can see, it doesn't go very far. And we've got also the feet, which are articulated, so a lot of articulation, but at the same time not a lot. It does have a little scarf. So here is the character of the Little Prince, and he looks absolutely fantastic. And he does come with quite a few things. First of all, he's got a stand, which is of course based on the Little Planet, where he spends most of the story. I'm going to try and see if I can put him directly on the planetoid. So here you go. He's over there. So we've got him all set up, and it does have some accessories. The first one, I mean, you've noticed that there is actually a little plug hole, and in the story there is this rose, and he's trying to make sure that the rose doesn't die. So the rose is planted here, and to make sure it doesn't die, he puts a globe on top of it so that it's protected. And of course he meets the fox. So we do have this little fox action figure that you can of course put on the stand. So it's really cool. I mean, it's going to be a very short video, but I thought that was really a very, very nice action figure. It's very different, of course. I'm sure that if you really want, you could put the fox in his arms. Yes, you can actually put the fox in his arms if you want. Well, I'm not very good at keeping those things in place, but it's a fantastic. It's so unusual, and as I said, I'm not sure that a lot of you will really know the Little Prince, but for me it's actually quite a joyous thing to have, because that used to be my favorite thing to read when I was a kid. I mean, I probably learned to read using that book. That's how important it can be. It used to be for little kids in France. I mean, I'm sure that now they don't even know who the Little Prince is, but really very, very, very nice little figure. So it's from Boss Fight Studio. Once again, the Little Prince. You can actually get it online directly from them, from anywhere you want in the world. So you may have a bit of shipping to pay, but usually they are not too bad. This is an expensive figure though. I mean, I think it's about $38 or $40, something like that. So it's the figure is a bit more expensive, but the quality of what Boss Fight does is really worth it. So if you like the Little Prince, and if you know the Little Prince, you may want to get that. And hopefully we'll be back soon with some very, very different things. Bye.